Hello and welcome to my channel, and today we are going to do again a very interesting chapter, that is Asia. So in last chapter we have already learned about the physical divisions of Asia and its political divisions of Asia and its physical features. Now in today's video, as we know that Asia is the largest continent and it is a very diverse continent as well. So it has different type of climates, natural vegetation and wildlife all over. We could see different types of plants growing in different regions, as well as we can see many kinds of animal living which depends on their habitat or the place, like the temperature, the climate, or such factors like this. So uh, today we are going to do this chapter and we are going to learn about the climate and natural vegetation wildlife of Asia. So Asia, as you saw in the last class, is a land of contrasts and extremes. That is, we have seen that how Asia is the land of contrasts and extremes. Like it has both a place where the highest temperature, it has also a place which lowest which with the lowest temperature. So basically, there are various places, like if somewhere temperature is very high or very low, if somewhere there are mountains or somewhere there are plains or like this. So that is why that Asia have all the extreme points, the most high one as well as the low one. In not every case, but still it has a huge amount of diversity. Some countries like in India or other southeast countries, we can see a huge amount of population density, but in a country like Mongolia we can see very less population density. So that is the reason Asia is known as continent or land of contrasts and extremes. Now, owing to its immense size and the diverse nature of its physical features, the climate in Asia also varies widely. As the natural vegetation and wildlife found in a place are closely dependent on climate, they too vary widely across the continent. Let us look at some of the factors that are responsible for the climatic diversity. So, as we know that Asia is very huge, and uh, it passes through all the three latitudes passes through Asia. So we can see different climates, different temperature, owning at different places. Now, what are the factors which affect the climate of Asia? So, number one is latitude. Now, Asia is a vast latitudinal extent, almost around 10 degrees south to 77 degrees north, and it ensures it covers all the heat zones of the earth. You know, all the heat zones, like it even have Arctic Circle, it have equator, and it also have Tropic of Cancer. So, all the three latitudes passes through Asia. Thus, it has places located near the equator that are hot and wet throughout the year, while it also has places located near the Arctic Circle that remain frozen for most of the years. So, we can see that near equators, the temperature is high in comparison to the places near Tropic of Cancer or Arctic Circle. So, these factors, like the latitude, also on the latitude, the climate, the vegetation of Asia depends. Next is distance from the sea. East to west, Asia stretches almost half of the globe. Therefore, there are places in Central Asia that are located almost 3,000 kilometers away from the sea. These places have a dry continental climate with very cold winters and hot summers and very low rainfall. So, in few places, we can see that where the place is landlocked. Okay, like the people are not having any sea or ocean nearby, So in such conditions we can see extreme temperatures in summers and like very low temperatures in winter, because in those regions the concept of sea breeze and land breeze doesn't work. So either extreme or very low temperatures are almost there. So, for example, like the Omsk in central Russia, it is a landlocked country and it is not very near from a sea or ocean. So, that is why the temperature even ranges from 85 degrees Celsius during summers and minus 45 degrees Celsius during winters. Like barely the precipitation is 40 centimeter. Now, on the other hand, in the coastal regions, they have and if they have the same latitude, like even two countries are there which are located near Tropic of Cancer, but one is located near sea or ocean and one is landlocked, like they do not have much oceans or seas nearby. So we can in that case also we can see these kinds of temperature increase and decrease, extremes of temperature and something in the landlocked countries, whereas the coastal country will like the country which is near coastal areas will have moderate temperature. Equable climate. The islands of Sakheil along the same latitude has relatively moderate temperature. So in the latitude in which Omsk lie, in the same latitude the island of Sakheil also lie, but it has comparatively moderate temperature because it is located near oceans or seas. So it has a range of 39 degrees Celsius during summer and to minus 18 degrees Celsius in winter. So it is not a very high difference. And almost the annual precipitation is also 100 degrees Celsius. Now, altitude and direction of mountain ranges. Like, of course, like if somebody is living near any mountain, suppose in Himalayas, like near Himalayas only, the countries which are near the Himalayas or its ranges have comparatively lower temperature than the countries which are farther from it. So the direction, altitude and extent of mountain ranges greatly influence the climate of a region. For example, the Himalayas stretch from west to east and lie directly in the path the monsoon winds as they blow northward India. So the direction or the altitude and extent of mountain, it ranges greatly, which influence the climate of a region. For example, if the Himalayas stretch from the western regions to the eastern regions and it lies directly in the path of the monsoon winds, so we can see that being the windward side get enough rainfall while Tibet on the leeward side remains dry. So we can see like the India is in this side and then lies the mountains and then here is China. So what happens is during the monsoon time, like when the clouds go towards the Himalayan region, the monsoon goes in this direction, but due to the high ranges of Himalayas, it give all the rain and precipitate in this direction only. So the direction means the region, the western region where Himalaya, but due to the Himalayas, the all the mountains precipitate, that region is known as the windward region, whereas the region like the Tibet region of China where the monsoon winds cannot go, that region is called leeward or dry regions. And this factor also affect because as in this direction, like the wetland region, there is the monsoon winds are a very good source of agriculture, like the water for agriculture, and the land is also fertile in this regions in comparison to that regions, because the monsoon wind or the monsoon clouds cannot reach to that position. The Himalayas also shelter India from the cold Arctic winds that blow southwards. So during the winter times or during the summer times also, when the Arctic wind blow from the Arctic regions to the southern regions, the Himalayas also protect India from these cold Arctic winds, and it basically remains in the northern or eastern side, like in the eastern China, where there is no major mountain range stretching from west or protecting them from the northern winds. To east winters and much colder. For example, Guanhua, Canton, which is closer to the equator than Delhi receives snowfall once in a while. However, while Delhi can become bitterly cold in winter, it never snows there. So, like for example, the Gunhao Canton, like the region which is present near the equator, gets snowfall, but Delhi does not receive snowfall, although it becomes bitterly cold. So that is the difference, and that is what influenced by the mountain ranges. However, while Delhi has become bitterly cold, okay, so we have done that part. Then next come to wind. Now we have learned that wind also blows. Now, for example, only during the summer regions, the whole northern India get Lu, which is also a kind of hot wind, which is originated from the, like basically from the Thar desert, and it blows in the northern region. So making that region either in moderate temperature or high temperature. Loo can even be not like harmful in some regions where the temperature is already high. Like okay, so the monsoon winds blow over part of south and Southeast Asia from July to October, bringing rain to most parts of this region. Cold winds blow southwards from the Arctic, making the winters bitterly cold in सेंट्रल एशिया. तो यहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल जो दिया हुआ है वो जो मॉनसून विंड्स ब्लो होता है सदर्न रीजन या फिर साउथ ईस्ट रीजन ऑफ एशिया में जुलाई से लेकर अक्टूबर तक, और रेन बेसिकली प्रोवाइड करता है उस रीजन्स में, साउथ ईस्ट और साउथ रीजन्स में. इसके बारे में जैसे कि बात किया जा रहा है कि ये बहता है और साउथ वर्ड से जब कोल्ड विंड ब्लो होके आता है आर्टिक विंड से, तो ये उन रीजन्स को, जो सेंट्रल एशिया वाला रीजन है, उसको एक्सट्रीमली कोल्ड करता है. ठीक है, इसके बाद है ओशन करेंट्स. ओशन करंट जैसे कि हम लोग जानते हैं कि जब इलेक्ट्रॉन्स का मूवमेंट होता है वायर में तो उसको इलेक्ट्रिक करंट बोलते हैं. सिमिलरली अगर विंड ब्लो हो रहा है तो उसको विंड करंट बोलेंगे. और ओशंस का जो मूवमेंट होता है कि ओशंस किसी रीजन से निकल रहे हैं और वो दूसरे रीजन्स में जा रहे हैं, ये जो फिर फ्लो होता है वाटर का, इसको हम लोग ओशन करंट बोलते हैं. तो ocean currents also influence the climate of the region they flow past. However, as the western part of Asia is bound by land, it is only in Northeast Asia that ocean currents play a part in altering the climate. For example, the cold Oishio current makes the winter of Kamchatka and North Japan very cold. On the other hand, the warm Kuroshio current has a moderating effect on South Japan during winter. तो यहाँ पे कुछ एग्जांपल्स दिए गए हैं ओशन करेंट्स का, जिसके ओशन करेंट्स भी कहीं के क्लाइमेट या टेम्परेचर को अफेक्ट करता है. तो जैसे कि अगर कहीं पे कोई रीजन से निकला हुआ ठंडा जो ओशन ठंडा वाटर है, वो जैसे कि कहीं पे अगर ब्लो कर रहा है, तो ऑब्वियसली वहाँ पे जो एटमॉस्फेयर है वो भी ठंडा हो जाएगा, तो उससे टेम्परेचर फॉल होगा. हावेवर जो वेस्टर्न पार्ट है ना, इमेजिन द वेस्टर्न रीजन ऑफ एशिया, वो बाउंडेड है लैंड से. इट इज़ ओनली इन नॉर्थ ईस्ट एशिया, यानी कि जो वेस्टर्न एशिया है वो तो बेसिकली लैंड से, जो यूरोप का लैंड है उससे बाउंड है. लेकिन सिर्फ और सिर्फ जो नॉर्थ ईस्ट रीजन है, एशिया का, जहाँ पे ओशन करेंट्स क्लाइमेट को अल्टर करने में, यानी कि अगर गर्म है तो ठंडा, ठंडा है तो गर्म, ऐसे मतलब करने में एक इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करते हैं। नाउ फॉर एग्जाम्पल द कोल्ड, जैसे कि जो कोल्ड ओशियो करंट है जो कि विंटर्स ऑफ कामचटका और नॉर्थ जापान को और भी ज़्यादा कोल्ड बनाता है। यानी कि जापान में जब विंटर्स हैं तो ये सारे करंट्स ब्लो करते हैं, और ये कोल्ड करंट है तो ये और भी ज़्यादा विंटर्स को कोल्ड, चिल, बिटर बनाता है। ऑन द अदर हैंड द वार्म कुरुशियो करंट हैज़ अ मॉडरेटिंग इफेक्ट ऑन साउथ जापान ड्यूरिंग विंटर। लेकिन वहीं जो कुरुशियो करंट है, एक जो ओशन वाटर करंट है, तो वहाँ पे जो साउथ जापान का रीजन है वहाँ विंटर्स के टाइम पे जब ये करंट ब्लो करता है तो वहाँ के टेम्परेचर को मॉडरेट करने में हेल्प करता है। ठीक है, सो फॉर टुडेज़ वीडियो आई थिंक दिस मच इज़ इनफ। रिवाइज दिस कॉन्सेप्ट। आप देख सकते हो ये जो साउथ वेस्ट मानसून और नॉर्थ ईस्ट मानसून का जो विंड ब्लो हो रहा है, ये किस तरीके से साउथ वेस्ट से ये जो मानसून रीजन्स में जो क्लाउड्स है वो जाते हैं और बेसिकली इस रीजन में प्रेसिपिटेट करते हैं, और जो रिट्रीटिंग मानसून्स है या जो नॉर्थ ईस्ट मानसून्स है वो इधर आते हैं। ठीक है, तो ये है। And for today's video this much. In next video we'll start from climatic conditions over Asia during the monsoons, क्योंकि monsoons बहुत important part है एशिया का, तो वो हम लोग उसके बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे। And for more such videos subscribe to my channel, hit the like button and share it with your friends. Thank you.